Well, hi there. It is I, the horror collector himself, Terry M. West. And I'm just hopping on here to talk to you about a few things I have from the show Monster Squad. Monster Squad from 1976. It was a live-action Saturday morning show. I'm not talking about the 1987 Wolfman's Got Nards movie. I'm talking about the show that came on, a few years before, about 10 years before, actually, maybe more like 11. So anyway, this show, it was about this guy that was a night watchman in a wax museum, and he wanted to go to a college for criminology, and he had a computer that he studied on, and it brought together these three famous monsters, that to life, and they ended up solving crimes. And it's very wacky. It's very similar in tone to Batman, because a couple of the people involved with Batman were also involved with Monster Squad. They had very flamboyant villains played by actors such as Julie Newmar, yes, Catwoman, Avery Schreiber, Marty Allen, some really bizarre actors playing some really bizarre villains. It lasted one season. And there's not that much as far as merchandise. They were actually going to do a ton of merchandise, but the show just didn't take off enough for them to justify it. So there were going to be action figures, t-shirts, all kinds of stuff, and it ended up going into the scrap heap. There are basically 4 pieces of merchandise you can find these days and not much else. I have 2 of those pieces. The other 2 pieces, a coloring book, which I'm desperately trying to find. I've never been able to nab it, and a actual metal die-cast van from the show, and it has all the little Monster Squad insignias and stickers and everything on it. And now that thing I've seen come up on a pretty regular basis for between $20 and $60, depending on what sort of condition it is. So let me show you the things that I have. The first thing I'm going to show you is something that's pretty common on eBay, especially. And it's the Monster Squad board game. And this thing pops up. You can get it depending on how many pieces are missing or the condition. You can get this usually from anywhere from 20 to 50 bucks, something like that. And what's really cool about this piece really is the game board is really cool. It's got the 3 main actors, 3 main monsters from the show. Now the second thing I'm going to show you is something that's a little harder to find. It's actually the Monster Squad puzzle. It's a puzzle, and there's Julie Newmar right there. On the puzzle as well. There's the 3 monsters. It's complete. It's definitely complete because I've put it together. One of these days, maybe I might put it together and frame it, just put it up on the wall. That might be a cool thing to do. It's a 14 by 10, of course, so it's got to be a funky size if I ever do want to frame it, but so there it is.